What's up, y'all? You tuned in to the Facts Over Feelings podcast. I am your host, the Iceman. More bounce to the ounce, and I say what counts. Don't nobody go home till the fat man gets it in. What's happening, chocolate folks? Back up in you one more again. On a Tuesday evening. Can you dig it? You ain't got it? Make sure you go get it. The Game of Life according to the Iceman Volume 1. You can get this at Amazon or you can get it at AskTheIceman.com. Scroll down to the Add to Cart button to purchase. Really good book. A lot of good information on history, dating, and the like. A lot of good stuff in that book. Matter of fact, I have to read it again, so I can figure out some stuff. Go back and look at some of the stuff that I wrote in that book. But anyway, you said Magic, Magic City. Talking about Black Authority posted on Twitter that Stacey Abrams' campaign is $1 million in debt after failed governor bid. They spent over $120 million on her campaign alone. They spent $320 million on nationwide abortion ads. You know how many people could eat off of that? That's why I keep telling y'all, man, these people that you think care about this country, they don't give a damn about this country. Anytime somebody's willing to spend $320 million so that baby killers can go vote for Democrats who are going to allow them to, continue to kill their babies. Do you really want these people in charge of your country? Do you really want these people in charge of your state, your county, your city? Hell, your community leader. $120 million and you lost. I mean, come on, just for one race. That's why I say, even though, the Senate is still in Democratic hands and they were only able to get, Republicans on the House side as a majority, it still was a win-win because you gotta understand, Georgia, unlike a lot of the other states that were having gubernatorial races, the governorship of Georgia, if Stacey Abrams would have won that, man, let me tell you something. You thought Biden was high siding and clowning after that midterm, he really would have been clowning. Okay. Anyway, hope you guys had a good day. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope all is well with your crucibles and crossroads. Is that you, last crucible? I ain't heard from you in a minute. Everybody, please hit the like button. If you're in the house, please hit the like button. Let's go ahead get it started. Let's go ahead and send a message. Everybody share this uh make sure you share this link to this video on all your social media platforms. Maybe I should take that one upstairs. I'm going to bring another bottle of water down here. Anyway, I'm going to bring that upstairs. Anyway, let's get going because I got to finish eating my dinner. I decided to eat me some breakfast food for dinner tonight, man. I ain't feel like, waiting too long to make no food. So I made me a couple breakfast tacos with some chicken sausage and some egg. Your digs. Your digs. Damn, back itching because it's so damn cold. Do you got, man, you know how cold it is outside, man? Man, it's 2 below right now. It's been 7, 8, 9, 10 degrees the past 3 or 4 days. We got a Arctic blast early, and then we about to get another one. When I used to live south of Minnesota, man, living in the plains, man, because when that hawk come around, woo, bruh, man, them tornadoes, man, that tornado came through my town when I was living down there. Didn't tear up my townhouse, but it tore up the trees not too far from where my condo was. Okay. Anyway, so it's been ice cold, man. I've been in the house. I went out yesterday to get some breakfast, but other than that, I've been in the house, man. I don't want to go out in that nastiness. It's just too cold out there, man. That's the one thing, not every year, but most years, our winters are pretty mild. Like this time last year, it was like 20, 30. It wasn't that bad. It was mild, because, 20 or 30 in where a lot of you guys live at is cold as hell. Up here, that ain't that cold. 35 degrees ain't that cold up here because your body get used to it. Black folks, we ain't, What up, Dub B Trey? How's life, brother? On the West Coast, the best coast. Can you dig it? So it has been. This winter is gonna be nasty. Because, like I said, there's another Arctic blast about to blow through here. See, what happens is all, from Alaska and that western part of Canada coming out of the Arctic Circle, that Arctic vortex comes right through where we are. Because, I'm still considered, where I live is still, Minnesota is still kind of considered a plain state. Not as much as like Kansas, South Dakota, Iowa, and Nebraska, but it's still considered a plain state. And man, when that vortex come through here and hits, the worst of it hits the East Coast though. The West Coast, the West, it hits the West Coast worse. The East Coast. I don't know why that is. It'll come through here and tear up shit here for like maybe a day or two, but it'll move, that storm system will move out of here and move toward the East Coast, and them East Coast people get it the worst. Okay? And because I was thinking, people say, man, why would you want to live in Minnesota? I said, man, the standard of living up here is high. It ain't the same everywhere around this country. See, one reason, like people ask me, they say, Ice, how can you live so many different places around the country? because I want to get a sense of what's going on. You know, I have the finances to a certain degree, and I have the free, the free time because quasi retired and disabled. So I can move different places. Now, obviously, now that I bought a house, I ain't going nowhere. But and I ain't selling this house at and I'm not selling this house right now because uh, the interest rates are still high. Now, once interest rates drop down to about 4%, 3.5%, then you'll start seeing more people go out here trying to buy houses. But right now, ain't nobody trying to buy no house up here. And if they are, it's probably somebody that's looking. It's somebody who's an investor or somebody who got way more paper than I got, and they looking for 500, 600, $700,000 house. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of a custom made house. That's what I want to move up to next, is to get one of them houses with the big kitchen with the island, the island in the middle and all that. This is what I got up here, man. I can't stand this kitchen, but I'm not going to redo it because it's got vaulted ceilings, and you have to tear up you have to tear up the living room, dining room, and the kitchen just to redo all that. I ain't going through all that, man. That's a $50,000 remodel job just for a kitchen. No, it ain't a whole lot of room for it anyway. But the way they did it was idiotic. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, glad to be with y'all today. Another episode of the Iceman Show podcast, aka Facts Over Feelings. Hey, last Crucible. Hey, man, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna holler at you offline, man. I might be coming through there, player. So, hey, I'm gonna holler at you. If I don't remember if I don't shoot you a text later on, man, shoot me a text, man. I might be falling through there. All right. Damn, Houston, man, that's really crazy. Houston, 18, nigga. Damn, man. It usually don't get too cold in Houston, man. I tell you what, if it wasn't for that humidity, I'd have moved to Houston in a minute. Because Houston, man, Houston's popping. Houston been popping. You know, Houston, Detroit, those are two cities I really like. All right, let's get it on, y'all. Um, as you guys have already heard about Mr. Derrick Jaxn, I was just online the other day and I'm looking and I'm like, apparently this guy was bigger than I thought he was. He got 1.3 million, followers on Instagram, and he married some homely, basic, random black chick that, in my opinion, got some mental problems, got some mental health issues. I've heard that there may have been some trauma in her past. I know what that's like. And guys, let me say this to you before we get started tonight. Guys, never, ever, ever, ever attach yourself to a woman with trauma, especially black women. I'm gonna say this one more time. Do not attach yourself to a woman who has trauma. In no way, no children, no marriage, no dating, nothing. Because unfortunately, some women and some people in general, but women specifically, love to take out they frustrations and they traumas out on you and me. We don't know where that woman been. We don't know what. No, we just showed up last week. We don't need to know, your life history. We don't want to know your hot life history. But you have to ask yourself, why is this woman taking this out on me? I'm not your daddy. I'm not the daddy that your mama didn't make sure you had a relationship with. But believe it or not, these women, you got to understand, because of 50 years of feminism, these women, because the media and social services and the courts, all of them have been, giving these women an excuse to be a victim. They don't want you taking your trauma out on them, no. But it's okay for them to take their trauma out on you because you have a penis. Because remember, these women hate men. Doesn't mean they're lesbians, because they still are heterosexual, but they hate men. And you need to be aware of that so you don't get caught up. Okay? So, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you could donate tonight, donate whatever you want. There is no $10 minimum anymore. If you want to donate $1, that's fine. But we ask that you donate something tonight. Let's get it cracking, okay? All right. But anyway, Mr. Derrick Jaxn, aka Count Hump-U-la. Count Hump-U-la is acting like a typical bedbug black man. Okay? Now, if you don't know what a bedbug is one of these black guys that they're always in bed with women. Let's just put it like they're the male gigolo. Okay, no, take that back, because gigolos get paid to slang dick. This nigga's out here slanging free dick. Okay, let me say this to y'all, man. If you look at this guys who don't know what to look for, guys who are not that intelligent, you'll look at Derrick Jaxn and you say, oh, he's a player. He's player, coochie slayer. And that's not a player. Players don't get married, and then once they get married, they start making money. They start messing around with illegitimate schizoids. Okay? They don't mess with them people. They don't mess with women like that. They do their job, they come home, they spend time with their wife and children. Okay? When I got married, I didn't get married to cheat. I didn't get married to get divorced. I got married to be with that one person, even though physically they wasn't necessarily what I was looking for in a woman. But, you don't marry the type of woman that's in the strip club. The chick with the perfect body and the cute face, you're going to have more trouble out of her than that little homely broad you married. Now, that's not to say that the homely broad won't cheat on you, because they will. Okay? They can be overweight. They will find some trick or some simp out there who ain't getting no ass. They will find a Negro like that out there somewhere. Okay? Now, Derrick Jaxn, I don't want to go through his history, but we're going to go over some highlights. It is clear that this guy got married to the easiest woman he could get. And you say, well, what's wrong with that, Ice? Well, there's a lot that's wrong with that. There's a lot that's wrong with that picture. First of all, he seemed like the type of dude, he seems straight up corny. He seems like the type of dude that got married because he's the type of dude that got married because he couldn't, he probably couldn't cut it out there in the dating world. Okay? He couldn't cut it. So he got married. He ain't even been married 4 years, and he already out here in them streets like that. And I think he's been in them streets like that for probably the whole marriage, which is kind of strange because most guys don't cheat until they way into their marriage. You know what I'm saying? If somebody starts off cheating right off the bat, that's a major red flag. That's a major red flag, ladies. Some dudes do that. Some dudes, they cheat before they get married and they cheating after they get married. But that's mainly because they got somebody they can count on at home. Now, again, like you've always heard me say, married men ain't no players. If you got to get married to be a player, you ain't no player. That's why I really don't respect men who go out, who have a decent looking woman at home, decent looking woman and a decent woman at home. You out here in the streets cheat. I have no respect for men like that. Now, if your wife's a bitch, or she's an asshole and a bitch, and she's out here cheating too, then I see it differently. Or she's a nag, or she's spending up all your money, fucking off all your money. Then I don't have a problem with it. But when you got a decent looking woman and you in the streets doing that type of mess, because we all know, and let's just go a little bit further because I don't want to be here all night. Yeah, I think he is from down there in Florida, so somewhere around there. So that was a cultural thing too. To marry, I know a lot of guys that married the only woman they dated in high school. Some of them are still with them women. Okay? Because like I said, that I would never tell you that you can't find a woman that can fulfill all your needs. Now, she might not fulfill all your desires, but if you could find a woman that fulfills all your needs, she take care of you, she take care of your children, she takes care of that household, she's got your back 24/7, 365. That's a woman you don't mess over. Look, we're on the outside looking in. I don't know what this guy's situation is. I don't know what his relationship is with his woman within the confines of those four walls. I don't know. I have no idea. But what I can say is that this dude ain't used to get no ass. Okay? You can always, even if a guy lies, you can still tell a dude that's used to getting ass because it ain't no big deal to him. If you got a dude that's 30, 40, almost 50 years old, and he's still trying to run the streets, and he married, and he's sitting up here trying to chase women like he out there single, that's an even bigger issue with that guy. There's something wrong with him. That guy's got some kind of trauma that he's trying to mitigate by running the streets and chasing women outside of his marriage. That means he's got some mental health issues. Okay, because the symptom is him trying to mess with all these women outside of his marriage, running the risk. And you wouldn't believe how reckless some of these dudes are. You got dudes out here who are married and they out here having unprotected sex with these thoughts out here. Because remember, a dude that's married, 10 times out of 10, he's chasing women out. The Derrick Jaxns of the world, they're out there chasing women who are skanks. They're dealing with women who are skanks. They're not dealing with wholesome women like what they married. They're dealing with skanks. Okay? For the sole purpose, because you have to understand, when guys go out here and when they get married, they usually marry the so-called good girl. Okay? She might be average. She might be average looking. She a strong 5, which ain't nothing wrong with that. She's or maybe she's got a pretty face. Maybe her face is a 7 or an 8, but her body is a 4. Okay? She got a pretty face, but she got a flat ass. Or she's chunky and not in a good way. Because ain't nothing wrong with a chunky woman as long as her body is proportionate. And I'm talking about for somebody my age. When you get my age, if you're looking for, I have the money to date certain types of women, but I choose not to because I'm not going to be in the streets all the time. I'm not flying. You ain't getting flued out nowhere. I'm not doing that. I'm not sitting in restaurants every night either. So for me, I just choose not to participate like that. But it's not to say that I can't get out there and mix it up, because I can. I just choose not to. I done got older. My health ain't where it needs to be. And I'm not going to get out there until I get healthy enough to where I'm confident. Okay? So when we look at Derrick Jaxn, because people say the reason why he's clowning like that is because he's got money coming in. Now, I don't know if he's got the kind of money that the late Kevin Samuels had coming in, but because I think Kevin Samuels was probably bringing in $100,000 a month. Okay, or between 50 and 100,000 a month. I think Derrick Jaxn has that many viewers on his platform. If my memory serves me correctly, so he's probably making two or 300,000 a year off YouTube and others, and his little BS little lectures. Now, Judging by the way his wife looks, he definitely been with her a minute. And the problem with dudes like Derrick Jaxn, oh, he has some oh, for real, he has some he has some, oh, okay. So that's where he's getting his money from too. Oh, I didn't know he had any books out. Now, so he's making a grip right now, even with all this scandal, these scandals popping off. Now, some dudes who cheat, I know some dudes who cheat, but they do it where they don't embarrass their wives and their children. Okay? They ain't sneaking in the bathroom calling women after 7 o'clock because everybody, the kids in there, the mom in there giving the children baths. So he in the other bathroom, yeah, baby, what's happening? Doing that type of shit. I've done it, but I wasn't married. I wasn't married to none of them women. Okay? And I didn't give a damn. So when you see males that go out there and do what Derrick Jaxn is doing, you can see he ain't used to getting no ass. Okay? He's reckless. He don't care if people see him in the streets. Let me tell y'all something. Television people get busted out by the media. Internet people like Jaxn Jackson, they get busted out by people that are on social media all the time. Okay? What he's doing right now, you do not do that. See, that shows his inexperience. When you talk to me, if you've been listening to me longer than a month, you know that I'm not lying and I'm not fabricating stories, and I've lived what I say, what I talk about on this platform. And if you look at me and you listen to my cadence and you listen to what I say, you can tell that I've been around. There is no question that I have dated a lot of women here and abroad. Okay? You know when you're listening to a liar, even if you won't admit it to yourself. You know when you're listening to a lie, especially another man. A man might not be that smart, but he could listen to another man and say, man, this dude lying. He lying. So Derrick Jaxn probably, before he blew up with this so-called dating, his little dating seminars and his books and his YouTube shows and IG shows, his wife was probably the only woman he ever got ass from. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing. And let me tell you why I'm guessing. If I was with, even if I'm not married. So if I was with a woman, and even if I want to be in a relationship, St. Paul and Minneapolis is like being in a fishbowl. Now, in the greater Twin Cities area, there's about 1.2, 1.3 million people here, up from about 20-something% since I've moved here 20-something years ago, off and on. And you can bet if you go to some of the more popular bars around here, if you dating somebody friend gonna see your ass. Especially if we talking Friday, Saturday night. Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. Okay? Somebody gonna see you. Somebody gonna go back to your girl and be like, girl, I saw him at the caboose over there in Minneapolis. I saw him at the caboose over there hugged up with some white chick. See, I'm out here in the burbs, but people, where all the real fly bars are right in Minneapolis. Some are in downtown, some are outside, but those bars are still in Minneapolis. So somebody gonna see you. You can't get you can't creep around here like that, especially if your woman got a big family and a lot of them live in the Twin Cities areas. Somebody gonna see your ass. Somebody gonna see you, player. Let me explain something to you. There's two things. There's one thing you do not do. You do not embarrass your wife and your children. Okay? Because that's going to cause arguing when you get home. And well into days after. Your children are going to see this, they're going to hear this, and they're not going to like it either. They'll be like, why is, mommy always yelling at dad about these women? That's because daddy's reckless. Daddy is reckless. And being reckless and embarrassing your family is a no-no. That's why rich women whose husbands may have took they little side piece to Rome for a 2 or 3 day weekend and then flew the broad back, and he didn't get seen till he got to JFK Airport. The media done like say this is a kind of well-known actor. Okay, he's a well-known actor. And he gets somebody in the media, TMZ or somebody catches him at the airport at JFK coming back from Italy, hugged up with some tramp. See, once that gets to the media, and your girl gonna find out about it, and that's gonna embarrass your family. Now, if you were seen coming out of the Hilton Hotel, but you were by yourself, but people in the media are thinking to themselves, he lives 20 miles from here. Why is he at a hotel? Now, the media may pick up on this, but you weren't seen with a woman. So there's no embarrassment. Y'all see where I'm going with this? There's no embarrassment. But when you sit up here and people see you hugged up with a woman that ain't your wife, and you on that level, the TMZ catches you at JFK, she probably won't leave you because that's the best she can do. See, some women, they don't get off on raping you in court because no matter how much alimony they get out of you, no matter how much child support they get out of you, you still embarrass them. And they never gonna get over that. Because I've looked at movies, white guys always cheat. And you got some rich white dude, he's a multi-millionaire or billionaire, he out here cheating. The wife be like, nigga, I know you had that old girl over there in that condo downtown. You think I don't know about that? They always let their husbands know they know that they cheating. But they not gonna leave him because he ain't embarrassing her. But that might take her over the edge if TMZ catches you at LAX airport hooked up with some, hugged up with some tramp, then that might send her over the edge and say, you know, you done embarrassed me too much. I'm gonna have to go ahead and get you up off me. I'm gonna have to take you to court. I'm gonna take you to family court and get that divorce popping. She might go ahead and do it because everybody's in her ear. Girl, you gonna let him do that? You gonna let him embarrass you and the kids like that? Now, if you were broke, like most of us, and you get caught out there, your woman's gonna leave you. Why? Because you ain't got no money. If you an average cat like me or you, our woman gonna leave us, whether she embarrassed or not. Because in her mind, she can find another nigga that work every day like us. You see how that works? If you a police officer making $45,000 a year here in Minneapolis, she like, man, I can get another dude making $40,000, $50,000 a year. See, these women, some of them have enough sense to weigh the averages. Some of them they weigh the cost benefit. If I leave, how much money does this dude that I'm seeing already? How much money does he have compared to the man I'm already with? Do women make bad calculations? Yeah. Because if they go and get married this other dude as their second husband, and 10 times out of 10, he probably on his second or third marriage too. She gonna get tired of him because he ain't you. Remember, a simp or a trick ain't never their first choice. Remember that. If a woman stays married to you for 20 years and she know at least 5 of them years she knows you've been cheating. Everybody hit the like button. Please share this link to this lecture on your social media. Please go ahead and do so right now. Guys, go ahead. Let's get these donations popping. Let's get it cracking. So these are the type of variables that a man has to think about if you considering getting married. Now, remember, if you just an average dude making average money, making average pay, which is, 45 a year, 50 a year, you think that woman ain't worried about getting another one of you? Now, she may not get somebody that looked as good as you did or worked out or whatever. She may not find that in the next dude. Because remember, she's looking for somebody she could control. It's obvious she can't control you if you out here slanging ding-a-ling all over the place. See how that works? But she's like, I'm going to take my chances out here on these streets. Now, again, she may get tired of dude after a while. Like I was talking to y'all last week about, you see all these old ass women out here. When I was talking about barren women, you see all these old women out here getting divorced after 20 and 30 years. What you gonna do? Who wants your ass? Don't nobody want you. The only men who want women with money, old women with money, is broke men. A man that got the same kind of money as Jeff Bezos' ex-wife is not gonna date her. They're not gonna date her. They're gonna go get a better looking version of her and a younger version. Now, Jeff Bezos' current main squeeze, she all right. I mean, she's better looking than his ex-wife. His ex-wife kind of funny looking. She really ain't attractive to me. But remember, These women, when they get back out there in the dating game, in the dating marketplace, they end up with an $80,000 a year science teacher, and they worth billions. That's why back in the day, those old women, they was like, I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I know Tom been cheating, but I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going back out here taking no chances, going out here trying to get some new man. Because the older you get, no matter how much money you got, whether you male or female, the older you get, the chances of you finding somebody your age or near your age that's gonna act right is slim to none. Which is why I date women 15, a minimum of 15 years younger than me. Why? Because they ain't got the same baggage load as a woman in her 50s who's close to my age. You see? So when you look at Derrick Jaxn, he shows his inexperience. Okay? He shows his inexperience because he's reckless. And he doesn't have a problem being seen on pictures and footage hugged up with other women. Now, how old is Derrick Jaxn? What is he in his late 20s? I don't think he's over 30. My guess is he's in his mid to late 20s. He's gonna make a lot of mistakes. And when you look at his get down, he's reckless and inexperienced. He don't know what he's doing. And when you run around with a bunch of disrespectful thoughts who message your wife on Instagram talking crazy. See, his wife looked like the type of woman who would lose it one night and kill his ass. She looked crazy like that. She looks crazy like that. He better watch his back. Because you know he's still going back and forth to the crib. Okay? If he's in his mid-30s, he really should know better. But like I said, if that's the only woman he could get when he didn't have nothing, and you a cornball, corny ass, gameless dude, swagless dude, by the time you hit 30, you're supposed to know better. If you just now getting some ass at 30, something is wrong. What have you been doing the past 10, 12, 13 years? See, those of you who don't know any better, you don't understand what I'm talking about because you ain't been getting that many women. You can count on your hand how many women you've been with since high school. Half your hand at that. But see, I know Derrick Jaxn's get down because I've been out here in these streets a long time. And ain't nobody gonna show me something I ain't seen before. So when you look at a Derrick Jaxn, he's out here embarrassing his family. And when he finally does get tired of running around with these thoughts, he's going to want to come home and be around his children. Some guys don't care that much about their children once they start getting some ass out here. Okay? They used to get no ass. So when they do start getting hit up by women, offering free ass, they lose their mind. And they're willing to they're willing to lose their family over. Because see, here's the thing. Women, like the type of thoughts and raggedy ass random chicks that Derrick Jaxn's running around with, those women ain't top shelf women. Like the picture of him with that weave wearing looking chick, she ain't that cute. She ain't that cute. I give her a 5.5. That chick ain't that cute. She just ain't fat. She ain't got no titties. She got wide hips, but she ain't got no ass. He ain't even running around with classy women. He running around with thoughts, with broken down IG bitches. That shows you right there he ain't got no sense. Cause you get tired of thoughts. Look, man, I ran through a bunch of thoughts at the end of my marriage and after I got divorced. After a while, I was like, man, I'm ready to find somebody to build something with. But again, most of these women out here ain't worth a shit. And I ain't talking about just in the United States, everywhere. Overseas women ain't shit either. That's why with these passport bros, don't never listen to none of these passport bros, because one thing they ain't going to admit to you is that they giving these women money for sex. They don't want to. Every time I hit these guys with some truth on Facebook, when these passport bros be trying to talk that yin yang, I'll be like, hey man, how much money you giving them Colombian chicks? Because you ain't getting it for free. And some of them try to nerve to say, hey, Ice, I don't know about you, but I'm getting this for free. No, you ain't. No, you ain't, nigga. You ain't fooling nobody. Because I've been to them countries and I know what them women gonna charge you something. Because they think all American men, including black men, are rich. And if you can afford to come down there where they are, that really sends a message that you're rich compared to what they people make over there in their country. So don't never believe none of these passport bros that tell you that they ain't over there paying them Brazilian women money to sleep with them. You know they lying. That's straight from the Iceman. You know they're lying. Because those women will ask you for money, even if they ain't prostitutes, they'll still ask you for money. I know because they hit me for money. And these are women I didn't get off the track. They gonna want something for their time. It's cheaper for you to put a couple of women on retainer here and pay their rent or pay their cell phone bill every month for a couple of rolls in the hay every week. It's cheaper to do that than be getting on a damn American Airlines flight, spending, $3,000 round trip to go fly down to South America. For what? For something you should be able to get here. But because you too corny and too lame, you can't find nobody. Nobody want to fuck with you. When you have your thoughts contacting your wife, talking crazy to her, that'll get you killed. That's the kind of stuff that get you killed, dog. That's the kind of stuff she'll call her cousin Ray Ray or her cousin Pookie or that ex nigga that's still in love with her, she'll be like, look, I need you to take that nigga out. What you talking about, your husband? Yeah, I need you to go on handle that. Okay, cool. How you want me to, how much, what's his whereabouts? Where's his job at? See how that work? Oh, they gonna get, that could get you killed, dog. That's not a smart thing. That's not a smart thing to do. Okay? That ain't a smart thing to do. Like I said, some women can't take being embarrassed. I wouldn't take that chance. You dig? Now, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break right here because there's some other stuff I want to talk about when we get back. So I'm gonna go upstairs and go on break. I gotta check this oven. I got some food in there. Guys, let's get these donations popping. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go on upstairs and handle some business. Y'all go ahead and make that happen. I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, get back to work here. All right. Cheat Man's Heart 1 and 2. He must have wrote that book about his ass. Guys, let me say this. Ladies, I want you to hear, want you to listen. Um, what makes what makes Derrick Jaxn so dangerous to women is that he's an out and out liar. Some people lie to survive. Some people lie to maybe cover up something that happened that day or that week or that month, but it's temporary. Guys like Derrick Jaxn have no integrity. People sit up here talking about, well, Donald Trump's a narcissist. Yeah, he is. But so is Derrick Jaxn. I got guys like Derrick Jaxn in my family. All they care about is themselves. They don't care about nobody else. All they care about is what they want to do. No matter how egregious. They don't care. They don't care. Okay? They don't care. That's how they get down. This is how they carry themselves. And women are going to continue women are going to continue to buy his crappy little books, and they're still going to go to his crappy little seminars. Now, I seen a picture of one of his seminars, and all I saw was Frumpty Dumpties in there. All I saw was ugly, funny shaped, overweight, crackhead, skinny looking chicks. I didn't see any good looking women in that whole crowd. You know why? Because see, good looking women ain't got to work. They ain't got to listen to Derrick Jaxn. Their looks are going to get them where they need to go, even if they're single moms. And remember, single moms are a great consumer base. You know why? They're gullible. They're sitting ducks. If you could tap into that market, remember, most women in this country are impulsive. That's why everything is so gynocentric in this country, because women are impulse buyers. They're impulse consumers. A woman will go and spend $2 or $3 grand on Christmas gifts and then won't think twice about how she's going to pay for it after the first of the month, after next month. That first week of January, when those credit card statements start coming in the mail or hitting her email account. That's what she'll worry about it after she done spent all the money, because the looks, the smiles on her children's faces are worth more than any amount of money spent. Guys, let me say this to you. And this is on a side note, but I'm going to get back to Derrick Jaxn in a minute. Guys, if you think you saw single moms hurting because of that, they ended that rent moratorium, or they ended or you know, because of the pandemic. If you thought it was a whole bunch of women out here losing their shirt because of that pandemic, next month in February and March, the first 3 months of the year, you're gonna see a whole bunch of black women get evicted. Because I'm telling you, now you and me as men, you'll be like, if I came to you and I said, man, you know, you've been talking about getting that 5.0 Mustang for years, man. When you gonna get them shits, man? And then you go, hey man, you know, let's go to the dealership and look at them. This come Saturday, I'm gonna come scoop you up, and we're gonna go to the dealership. Now we go to the dealership, and you find the color you want, find the package, the aftermarket package that you're looking for. And I'm telling you, go ahead and get it. But then you start giving me pushback because you say, hey man, you know, if I get this car, man, that means I gotta cut something else out. I gotta cut my cable to make room for money to pay this car note, because the car note gonna be $600 a month. And the insurance gonna be $300 a month for full coverage. So that's $1,000. I need to pull at least $200 or $300 from somewhere else just to make the payment and the insurance every month. But I'm telling you to go get it. And finally, you crunch the numbers and you go, man, hey man, no, I ain't gonna get it, bro. I ain't gonna get that car, man. I can't afford it. I'm not financing no car for 6 years at $600 a month. That's too much, and the interest rate is not that great. You know, my interest rate is 4%, but still, I can't afford it. See, that's a guy that got some sense, because He's got enough willpower and enough intelligence to push away from the table and say, I'm done. I can't afford this. Women don't think like that because all they're thinking about is, how am I going to look in this car? How pimping I'm going to look in this car. And all my girlfriends are going to be so envious of me. That's all they think about. So women, if you thinking women got the same level of common sense that we got, you're mistaken. You're mistaken. They don't. As much as you would like to believe that they do, they don't. They said that holiday spending is down, but it ain't down that much. Now remember that when they say down, they mean estimates. And once the holiday season is over with, when you look at CNBC, they're saying that that sales met expectations. Magically, it met expectations. Because see, what they want to do is make people think that, Target's struggling, Walmart struggling. No, they ain't struggling. Amazon damn sure ain't struggling, but yet they up here talking about they gonna lay off 10,000 people during the damn holidays. When I hear that kind of stuff, I go, wait a minute, you laying off people and you making all this money during Christmas time, man? What's really going on? So these people are either lying or they're not telling the whole story. I think it's a little of both. So they're already saying, sales are down and this, that, and the third. And Christmas holidays, the holiday season spending is pure profit. Sometimes these retailers don't make profit until the holiday season. They don't make no money until the holiday season. They in the red until that last 2 months of the year. That's what gets them into the black, because they know in January spending is going to be way down because ain't nobody got no damn money. That's why sometimes what I used to do is wait till after Christmas to buy certain things because I know they're going to be dirt cheap. That widescreen TV, that flat screen TV that they selling for $600 right now, they're going to be selling it for $300 after January. Because they still got inventory from Christmas time. So they want to get that stuff off the books. So they're willing to let it go. No, I'm talking about way after. I'm talking about in January, brother. I'm not talking about Black Friday Black Friday ain't what it used to be because of Amazon. And then too, because of the pandemic, more people are ordering stuff online. They ain't going to these stores. When I went to a couple of stores I thought was going to be like crowded, and I went in there and there wasn't hardly nobody in there. And come on, man, right before Thanksgiving, everybody in the store buying food. But come Christmas time, we only got a few days before Christmas. The stores ain't packed like they used to be because people are buying stuff online, not just from Amazon. I've seen some stuff on Amazon that got jacked up high just because of the Christmas season. I'm like, man, I ain't, come on, man. I don't wait till after the first of the month. First of the month. Okay? I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm just gonna wait. I can go get this after the first of the year, second week of January. They'll be giving this stuff away. You know they are. So we have to ask ourselves, what's gonna happen to these women? Women are already hurting bad right now, smarting from that scamdemic. And then they're gonna go out here and blow all their money on and you know what? The main women you see out there spending all their money are single moms. Yeah, some married women too, but not like single moms. Single moms spend money like it's gonna rot. So don't be surprised if you see more and more black women sleeping in their cars with their children after the first of the month. Because from what I was seeing on Fox Business the other day, they said, hey man, it's gonna be some folks hurting next year. Remember, women don't think two moves down the road. Women don't think like that. The only thing women do is think about what's happening today, maybe tomorrow. They're not thinking, I ain't gonna be able to pay my rent, or they do, they just don't care. Some of them just know better, they just don't care because they think that some simp is gonna pay their rent. I wouldn't run that risk. And let me tell you why. Simps are hurting too. Tricks are hurting too. That's why a lot of women are really complaining about dating right now, because the simps done ran out of money. They ain't talking reckless like they usually do. I get anybody I want. You don't hear that like you used to on YouTube. You don't hear all that reckless talk. You don't have that. If these women's finances are horrible right now, just wait. Just wait. Just wait till next year. Because if you have to decide between food and rent, no matter if you got children in the house, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. But if you listen to what you now remember, women ain't gonna never tell you the truth about anything. The ones in the media, nor or the ones that you deal with, you work with, or you live around, or whatever. They ain't gonna never tell you the truth. They ain't gonna tell you they about to get evicted. Now they might, you know, they might start boo-hooing and crying in front of you because they think you a simp and you gonna pay their rent. But even that, they might not try that, because this ain't 2010. This ain't 20, this ain't 20, this ain't 2007. This ain't 2011 when the men ain't shit era was going on, especially on social media. Black men ain't shit, or men in general ain't shit. Now going back to Derrick Jaxn, his woman might not leave his ass, because I ain't heard nobody getting. From what I heard, I ain't heard of nobody filing for divorce. And Derrick Jaxn, you know what I hate about a lot of niggas like that? You get these Derrick Jaxn type niggas, they'll go and be telling all the women they messing with. Because I read an article online last night. This this sister, she might not have been a sister. I think she might have been Puerto Rican. I guess he'd be going down to Miami all the time. And he he went down. There's some chick that was talking about, he's told her that he was getting a divorce, and he screwed her in they marital bed. If my eyes if my eyes what I read last night was correct. When you see that's hella reckless. You real bold when you go have sex in your marital bed like that. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I would never do that. Even if I wasn't married to the chick, I wouldn't do that. If me and her was living together, I would not do that. Why add chaos and stress to your life that you don't have to? But Derrick Jaxn is a bold-faced liar. And men who lie like he does, everybody lies. But like I said at the outset, some people lie for survival. Some people lie to keep their jobs. Some people lie to because of a certain situation, but they don't lie about everything. I do know some folks that lie, that all they do is tell lie. Like, I don't like to keep bringing up my sibling, but all he does is lie. You can't believe nothing he says. And if you shake his hand, you better wash your hands, because he's that grimy. And I got some other relatives who are grimy like that, or matter of fact, grimier than him. I'll never shake them niggas' hands. Anybody that's willing to do what Derrick Jaxn is doing to his wife and children, he don't give a damn about them. Now, he might start giving a damn if he was put in a position where he's going to lose money and lose them. Yeah, he might get some act right. But I don't think, look, single mom, once you tap into that single mom thing, look at Dr. Umar. When he raised that $700,000, who was the people who mainly giving him the money? Black women, single moms that ain't got no money, but they got money for Dr. Umar. See, you got to understand, most women, period, love to be lied to. I know, because I used to be out here lying too. I didn't lie about everything, but I would lie about my job because I didn't want to tell nobody I worked at a warehouse and here I am, a college graduate, making $12 an hour. I didn't want to tell none of these women that, because I knew if I did, they would have probably clowned me. Why are you working that? Why are you doing that kind of work? It ain't because I want to. It's because that's all I can get as a black man in this area. See, I don't tell y'all nothing I ain't done myself or I haven't observed firsthand. I did the homosexual thing. I did all that. And I'm not proud of it. But at the same time, I'm not going to make excuses for it either. And I don't necessarily feel bad that I had to do it. Because again, this was dating survival. I couldn't tell them women that I was struggling financially. It's just like TBA always says, hey man, women don't want an average dude, even though that's all they can get. They don't want an average dude, people. They always want somebody they can brag to their friends about, either his looks or his money, or his looks and his money, which most men with money don't look good, and most men who look good don't have money. I don't know why it works out that way. Not saying that's the way it always is, because it's not even most of the time. But usually It's that way. Okay? The guy you see pumping it up in the gym every day, go out there and look to see what he drives. If you see him driving a 2003 Mazda sedan that look rough, he ain't got no money. If he's driving an almost 20-year-old car, he ain't got no money. That's why he in the gym doing this here. Because at least, if nothing else, he can get women based on his looks. I did it. I used to do that. I used to be in the gym every day working out. So I was able to get women that way, even if I didn't have the money. Now, obviously, last, well over a decade, I've been doing a lot better. But 15 years ago, there was some problems. Hey, everybody, if you can, go ahead and drop something on the Cash App. Drop a few dollars on the Cash App. Let's go ahead and get them donations popping. Remember, if you make $50,000 and above, you need to have some tax deductions. So get those donations in this before the end of the year, so that next year when you get your taxes, when you get ready to do your taxes by April 15th or April 18th of next year, you'll have some deductions. Because if you don't have any deductions and you make 50 and above, you're going to get taxed higher than you're going to get hit harder than the guy with deductions. Okay? The more money you make, the more you should be donating to your church, to our community nonprofit, wherever. Okay? So let's get those donations popping. I really have no respect for the Derrick Jaxn types. Hey, Brown Sauces, what's cracking, yo? Oh, just go into PayPal. Go into PayPal. They done changed PayPal all kind of ways. Hey, happy holidays, Gilbert. They done changed it. So look, I think it's under transactions. You should be able to print that out, and it'll say, okay, I donated X amount of dollars this month, this last 6 months, the last year. And what you do is you print that out on PayPal or any other platform that you have. Print that out and take that to your tax professional. Okay? Hey, Brown Sauce, if you got any more questions, just shoot me an email. So I don't have any respect for Derrick Jaxn, for the Derrick Jaxns of the world. Because when you lie like a rug, Derrick Jaxn is lying about everything. He ain't just lying about he getting a divorce. He's lying to everybody, including his daughters. He better cut that shit out, because if he's still doing that when they get older, when they get 11, 12, 13 years old, and they can go online and read daddy's trash. Daddy's running around here with all these funky ass, raggedy ass thoughts and randoms. They're gonna start hating his ass based on the fact that how he's treating their mom. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Boy, I hope his old lady don't get angry enough to kill his ass, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the way he disrespected her like that, he shouldn't have married her in the first place if that's the case, because she's not a good looking woman. I thought maybe she had a decent looking body, but then I saw a couple of pictures last night. I was like, damn, she kind of got a flat ass. Damn, she kind of got a flat ass. And then she walking around with her hair all looking crazy all the time. I'm like, that's why I ain't married, fellas, because I'm not gonna have a woman embarrassing me physically. Okay? When my ex-wife decided she was gonna get up to 250 pounds, I was like, you ain't going nowhere with me. Straight up. We ain't going nowhere. If we went to the movies, I was like, let's go to the drive-in. If we go to the movies, let's go early in the day when ain't nobody in there that's gonna see me from work. You wanna look like stir-fried shit? Go ahead and keep gaining weight. See what happens. Because remember, if a woman wants a man to be faithful, excuse me. If you want your man not to be cheating on you, you got to take your game to the next level. You gonna have to do better than just being present. Because while a man may marry you, he may put a ring on it, or he may just cohabitate it with you because neither one of y'all want to get married. He'll take care of you, but he ain't gonna be faithful. You got to be a hell of a woman not to get cheated on in these, unless you just got one of these ugly simps that he's so incompetent, and he lacks that much confidence in himself and his abilities to get other women. Then he might not have a choice but to be faithful to you. Remember, being faithful to a woman does not impress her. Okay, don't let these women fool you. Being faithful to these women does not impress these women. Let me tell you why. The reason why these women ain't impressed with your not cheating is because first of all, A, they expect you to cheat anyway, and B, they're not impressed because in their minds, and that might be the least of their worries with some women, not all women, because most women don't want to be cheated on, even if they doing it themselves. They not impressed with you cheating on them, with you not cheating on them. But they don't like you cheating on them, but they will tolerate it if you got money. If you're a millionaire, I don't care if you just barely got $1,000,001 to your name, you can get away with cheating. Your wife ain't going nowhere. Well, why, Iceman? Because she ain't gonna never find a man making the kind of money you make, especially if she black. Shit, white too. Look, man, a lot of white boys be fronting out here. A lot of white boys will go buy that $100,000 Silverado truck and be broke as a joke. They'll go out and buy that $100,000 fully loaded Silverado truck, or that Lexus automobile, or that Benz, and they'll be broke as a joke. Okay? But all women see is that shiny, expensive car. They don't see nothing else. Remember, women aren't investigators by nature. Men are. See, a man will be like, man, my boy, man, this nigga work at such and such place. This nigga driving a $80,000 car. Wait a minute here. So the first thing he'll do is ask him, man, how much money you making over there at such and such? If his boy don't give him a straight answer, then he'll go online and try to find out. And if the numbers don't add up, he gonna be like, man, something ain't right here. Either my boy is slanging them things, or he's living off of credit cards. Because remember, guys who whip out cash They ain't got no money. Because a person that has cash, they need to feel their money. They need to know exactly how much money they got. Whereas a dude with money, he might have $20 in his wallet. Okay? He might barely have 20, maybe $30 in his wallet. But in his bank account, he's got $100,000 in the bank. So when he uses his credit card, he can pay it off right after it posts to his account. He can pay it off. He ain't hurt for no money. But when you see a dude whip out his platinum Amex card or his black card or his plum card or his platinum Visa card, that's gonna make her look and go, this nigga got a little paper. This nigga got a little paper right here. Not saying you could be straight fronting. I'm talking about optics. I'm not talking about reality. Remember, women don't deal in reality. They deal in delusion. Women deal with fantasy. That's why the internet is horrible when it comes to dating, especially for men, because the only women who are on dating websites and dating apps are women who are just on there to play games. They already got somebody. They ain't looking for you. Now, if they think they can, if you got a little paper and they meet you and you end up being a surprise to them, that's one thing. Most of the time, it ain't a surprise. So when these women go on and you when you meet these women, when you meet these women on these apps and on these dating sites, you wonder why you striking out. It ain't because it ain't because you're a bad guy, it ain't because you're not decent looking guy. It's because none of those women, young or old, are looking for anybody. It's on there for ego boost. That's all they're on there for. Is to gas up, for guys to gas up their egos, even though in real life they can't keep a man. Why else would they be on there? Because see, you got to understand, a decent woman would never be on internet dating or on an app. I've worked with a lot of women, and I've asked, hey, are you on Yahoo Personals? Oh no, hell no! I would never do online dating. I meet men through family, through people here at the job. I meet people through my church. I meet people through my girlfriends. I ain't gotta be on Match.com. I would never waste my money on that shit. That's why when my second book, The Dating Bible, once I release that book, it's gonna be some eye-opening information in that book. You're gonna be like, damn, Ice, I didn't know. See, right now I'm giving you context. In that book, I'm gonna give you details on why online dating ain't worth a shit. I started it in here. There's one chapter on online dating in here. I picked up where I left off in here. Now this book, obviously this book ain't no bestseller because I didn't write it for that. I wrote it as actually I was just gonna give them out. That's what I was gonna do at first, and then I was like, man, I done spent 3 years writing this book. I've been writing the Dating Bible since 2017. I've been working on that book for 6 years. Almost 6 years I ain't finished that damn book. I need my ass kicked. See, when you gotta lie and tell single moms that the reason why you can't get a man is because these men ain't grown ass men, or these men are little kids. That's so disingenuous, man. The reason why men don't want single moms is because they realize even without children, this woman is a liability, and then with children, this woman's a double liability. Then on top of that, her time is always messed up. You know, I can't just roll over there and hit it on Wednesday night. I gotta sit up here and wait till every other weekend for us to kick it, because her kids got to go over her baby daddy house. Man, I don't even deal with women like that. When I meet women, they talking about my time is limited and all that. Every time you go on these dating websites and dating apps, what do you read? My time is limited. I work 2 jobs. I'm trying to go to school. You don't want to get involved with that shit, because the first thing you're gonna be like, well, if you got all this going on, why are you trying to date? They ain't gonna tell you the truth. The main reason why they trying to date is because they hope they can find a fool who's gonna look past all that bullshit. That's why. I've seen women on the POF that have been on there for 20 years, damn near. Still ain't off of there. But they ain't on there to try to meet nobody. They on there for an ego boost, because even if they're fat and ugly, or just ugly or basic and random looking, some simps just be on there. Hey, how you doing? See how that works? So those of you who are still trying to eke out something on POF or Match or Bumble or Tinder or any of these sites, you're wasting your time, dude. You ain't gonna meet nobody. Now, if you're 22, 23 years old, you can find somebody to screw. But most of the people that listen to me now, some of you guys started out at 15, 16, 18, 19, 20 years old listening to me 12 years ago, but now you're in your 30s now. So you ain't all that young anymore. Now you got responsibilities. Even if you ain't got no family or children, you got responsibilities. You got a job, you got bills, you got financial obligations that you got to keep up with. You ain't gonna jeopardize that for no piece of ass, are you? But all that pandering and catering to single moms, there's a reason for that. Once you break that egg open, can't get that egg back in there. So once you break that egg open and you get into these single moms' pocketbooks like Dr. Umar did, they're going to continue to give you their money. Even if you do get caught out there being a fraud. Even if you get caught out there being a fraud, which some of these guys have, these single moms are going to be loyal as hell. Now, they ain't loyal to their baby daddy, but they loyal to a nigga that's sitting up there feeding them lies every day. See how that works? Why would you want women like that who are listen to a charlatan like Derrick Jaxn? Why would you want to date women like that who believe what he says? Why? He's trash. Single moms are more vulnerable than you guys think they are. Sure, they put up a tough act. They try to make you think they badass. I'm the boss, bitch. Bitch work in the office at the county, and she walk around here talking about she a boss bitch on IG. Boss bitches don't work for other people. And then on top of that, why would you be calling yourself a boss bitch anyway? That sound masculine. Guys, let me say this to you. Don't become a Derrick Jaxn to get women. Okay? Yeah. Are you going to tell some lies sometime? Yeah, that's part of living in America. You're going to have to tell some lies. You don't tell everybody all your business. You have to lie to people sometime. And ain't nothing wrong with it. But when everything comes out your mouth is a lie and your actions are a lie, you're dangerous. You're dangerous, dude. Not only are you a danger to yourself, because I'm going to tell you right now, some guys, even if the woman they messing with ain't necessary, they know old girl is seeing other men, he ain't going to do nothing to them other dudes. He'll do something to you because you're a public figure. See how that works? Somebody's boyfriend or some little simple trick they dating, those women will see pictures of Derrick Jaxn with them hugged up with Derrick Jaxn. I'm going to get that nigga. I'm going to catch that nigga slipping out here in these streets. I'm going to get at that nigga. Because remember, they know he got some money. See, when guys get paper like that and they start acting like a fucking idiot and they out here cheating on their wife like that for no reason. See, people would see if he'd have cheated on her a couple of times and said, you know what, man, I don't want to be with this woman no more. Because a lot of guys stay because of their children. Especially when you got little ass kids like he got. A lot of guys stay because of their children, just like women do. So a lot of guys, they look at their babies and they're like, man, I ain't leaving her. Even though I don't want to be with this bitch no more. I ain't leaving my ex, leaving my wife for, and mess my kids' heads up. That's why I was going to wait. I was going to end up divorcing my ex-wife. I was just going to wait till after my youngest son graduated from high school. But, she was so narcissistic and selfish, she thought, she was going to be able to jump on that gravy train for free. Ain't nothing free, people. Ain't nothing free. Ladies, if you want a man to be faithful to you, it's not free. It's not free. You got to bring a whole lot to the table to keep that man from cheating on you. And you being a good woman ain't enough. Because most, when men picture in their mind somebody that says they're a good girl, that's usually somebody that's not that attractive and definitely not sexy. His wife has no sex appeal at all. Just like mine didn't. Okay? If you guys haven't donated, please go ahead and do so right now. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up in a few minutes. Guys, listen. Economics dictate how, dictates some of the politics of dating. Our economy's in the shitter. A lot of folks are broke. Women are struggling like hell right now. And some guys are hanging on by a thread financially. Remember, being a professional liar is only going to get you hurt physically, possibly, or get you embarrassed out here. When you're out there like that fool is, he's lying. He don't even have to lie like that. If he'd have just cheated a couple of times and say, you know what, I don't want to be with this broad no more. What he could have did was stacked his chips, went and got him a lawyer, said, okay, I'll pay alimony for a year. This is how much I'll pay for child support. And I would have got a divorce. But I would have but my priorities would have been my children first. Now that, because, I got income coming in, so I got to worry about money. I need to focus on my children, because if he had not have been out there being reckless, remember, if he had not have been out there doing this reckless shit, nobody would know. And his following could grow more and more. And they would have respected him because he didn't want to stay with a woman that he ain't attracted to, nor does he really want to be around on a daily basis. But the way he's doing it, because those women could turn on him. They haven't. They didn't turn on Dr. Umar when it was revealed that he was out here balling out of control off that $700,000. And as a matter of fact, they gave more than that. They still giving Dr. Umar money. Meanwhile, I can't get guys to donate $5. Okay? So, and let me make this announcement. We're going to go back to the old format of fundraising every live stream. If a certain amount I'm going to go back to the old format. If a certain amount of donations don't come in, I'm just going to shut the show down, just like I used to back in the day. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to shut it down. Okay? So next Tuesday, don't come with the bullshit, people. If you blew too much of your money on Christmas gifts, that's your problem. That ain't my problem. If you're not going to participate and donate, then I don't want you here. You understand? All right, let's ride. I'd like to thank everybody who donated tonight to Facts Over Feelings podcast. I want to thank everybody that came around to hang out with the Iceman, because we know you didn't have to. We'll be here next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Same back channel, baby. Holler at your boy.